He tossed his car keys at me like they meant nothing. They hit my chest, cold metal biting through the silk of my dress. "Find your own way home," he laughed, arm around her waist, the woman with diamonds on her wrists and money stitched into her smile. Everyone watched. The party lights blurred, faces shifting between pity and gossip. He didn't look back as he left with her. I stood there, keys in my hand, heart burning steady, not with pain, but with something colder, something sharper. We met 10 years ago. He was charm in a suit, ambition with a pulse. I was his anchor, the one who believed when the world didn't. He used to say I was his compass. Maybe he was right, because he lost direction the second he thought I'd never leave. Back then, he couldn't afford the car he just tossed at me. I remember selling my grandmother's gold bracelet so he could pay his office rent. He promised he'd buy it back someday. He never did. Turns out, he bought something shinier. Her. The signs were there long before the party. Business trips that didn't match calendar invites. Lipstick on receipts, perfume that wasn't mine. He started calling me kiddo, a word that sounds harmless until it replaces love. I asked once, just once. He said I was paranoid, insecure. Funny how people call you crazy right before you find out you were right. The truth came in pixels, a message that wasn't meant for me. Her name, her hotel room, his plans. He left his phone unlocked that night. I didn't cry, didn't scream. I took a screenshot, sent it to my own email. Then I started planning. Revenge isn't fire, it's ice. You move slower, you think clearer. I began with silence, stopped asking, stopped arguing, stopped reacting. He thought it was indifference. It was observation. I copied every financial record, every hidden asset. The business we built, half of it was mine, legally and morally. I made sure that half was protected. Quietly transferred ownership where it mattered, used his trust against him. He signed things without reading. He always did. Confidence is the easiest blindfold. I let him dig deeper. Dinners with her, new watch, new car, new lies. All funded by accounts that now required my signature. Then came the night of the party, my stage, his performance. When he threw those keys, I smiled, because I knew that car wasn't his anymore. Technically, it was mine. Registered under a company name he didn't recognize as mine, the company that held everything he thought he owned. I took a cab home, didn't look back, didn't need to. The next morning his phone wouldn't stop ringing, her name flashing, hysterical sobs on speaker. I listened from the hallway as he answered, voice trembling. Something about the bank freezing his cards, her account being flagged, his car being repossessed from her driveway. He turned to me then, pale, shaking. What did you do? I met his eyes for the first time in months. Find your own way out, I said. He didn't speak, just stood there, realizing every asset, every luxury, every lie was gone. The house? Mine. The business? Legally transferred. His name? Attached to debts he couldn't cover. She left him within the week. Of course she did. Love can't survive on credit. He tried apologizing once, said he was confused, that he made a mistake. I told him confusion doesn't last months, and mistakes don't come with hotel receipts. He asked if I ever really loved him. I said I did, enough to let him destroy himself. When the papers came, divorce finalized, assets divided, he tried to smile like we were equals again. But equality died the night he threw those keys. Now, when I drive past the old office, my office, I sometimes see him standing outside, like a ghost waiting for a door that no longer opens. He looks smaller, maybe because power always shrinks when it's gone. People call what I did revenge. I call it correction. He taught me that love is risk. I taught him that betrayal has receipts. The last time we spoke, he said, "You'll regret this one day." I looked at him, the man who once promised the world and handed me ashes, and said, I already did. That's why I stopped. It's strange how silence feels like justice when you've earned it. The kind that doesn't need applause or witnesses. Only the sound of your own heartbeat, steady and unshaken, knowing you walked away, not ruined, but rewritten. He thought he was teaching me a lesson that night at the party. He was right. I learned. I learned that some people only understand loss when it wears their name. And I made sure he'd never forget how it felt to be left, without a car, without a home, without me.